pia ho a onte krada nipa bebre krante da that was 1999 when we say slave trade no Asia ebeto slaves for Africa Asia ebeto slaves for Africa but slave trade ni nyina ya America na anu anu be kama yete meboa anu anu be kama yete
America Portugal
now we but Asia beto slaves. And then when you do the history, so we are back on some year. There's no record say Bruni Kokwayim Ekoto Aqua. Bruni they are not important. Na Etino say you can say you boss some one.
Yeah, you see Uncle Vasi.
Yeah, they see Uncle for. As I will be the second call, be no all casting your yes, second I am from so. It doesn't make sense. So some African intellectuals and the politicians and the big jabbe de na be ye no ba hwe ne ekoso ba me ya adwene ye ho a e be boa yen sabi ka frache nsem hunu na doso bibibia slave trade bibibia colonial rule bibibia there was my discipline in the Ghanaian system no modern day not discipline wo mu chen colonial era chenene colonial era chenene no kraka ni ho nsem hunu look me kan nsem hunu ma quickly ma me fa ba ko wintum honorable Amina Ntaka bibi about the budget now I was Ashanti regional minister so no one post to you so you see you entina na nanom wo mu nanom bo akwa me nkono ma Asia Futu Kwame Nkrumah. Let me take this opportunity and advise him. I don't have anything wrong with him. But me chance look baby on nam no. E first answer where tro. Mo amuni no mon kan kire no. So bribo an say baby on nam no o kan answer bi no where tro. 31st December okay in 1979 Ghana fought to Aba. Hilal Imam stood on the ticket of Kwame Nkrumah. Hilal Imam, he stood on the ticket of Kwame Nkrumah because PMP no na ya Kwame Nkrumah party. 31st December 1981 no Hilal Imam party ACP Profa party Jerry John Rawlings ne tu no Jerry John Rawlings ne tu no and now he's a beneficiary of Jerry Rawlings' legacy. Na sabio nyansem hu a mo watu aba ayi Hilal Imam ama Hilal Imam abedi so ama Rawlings abetunu no anamo Rawlings ni ho a PNDC ni ho a nka NDC ni ho wo ba be ka turo bi se ne nananom ne CIA for the two Kwame Nkrumah na mo so a Hilal Imam no be fa Kwame Nkrumah ne so abetu na namo tin so e intellectual dishonesty enta bebrem hana yaka no nyina nche se me ya me dey do ba bi kwa so Nyankopon wo dey ye no be fam ko because of ya asem odwene ho a nyansa ni ntasie ni wo NDC ni wo ba be ka se ne nananom yeku omnisia yefo yeku na wo tu Kwame Nkrumah baba be tu Kwame Nkrumah kotoka hali deku onimdiri no a sie ni bi wo na onim de na onim de kotoka afrifa deku hali na wamaka hunu nyina wana na esia yini and these are the trouble dia akoni pa bebretim and the whole regional minister so unya we mankura binim keka sansem we no ya kwara no the position of a regional minister no e was so you don't try to patronize.
Now you see it as such.
Oh well, but I'm just telling him the truth. So Nima Hilal Imam no kwa Rawlings ne tu no. Yes abe ne wom. Na CIA ni yadai. You should go and read the books. Uncle can books no. So coming back to the African intellectuals no. Just Africa no. Because I'm disappointed, hugely disappointed. Can I topic in here? It's your time for presentation. Whatever, baby, only different from this one way.
The political class, no?
Being portrayed
opposition.
Any anytime you get the Kwesi Pratt and the rest, imagine say imperialism, colonialism. But Kwesi Pratt, you are beneficiary of Rawlings' legacy. You are beneficiary. In fact, sometimes NDC communication team crash no count. But Musi people now, Musi.
And then banner he say
Vice President.
Vice President there.
Musi people no. Hilali mam ba ya na Kwesi Pratt no nyina ato Austin nom na kwamra ho no nyina Musi people no. Jerry John Rawlings na betugu ye. And you rally behind Jerry John Rawlings. Talking about us here. So that is enough. So Otum for the and then Adiaba Kweba we said Otum for call Grenada or call Sababa Dosono. Where they are near this Semika, better Semika. By the Ashanti tradition and custom no. Occasion you call ye be an tomorrow fry be an umfrada. Yes, but the Ashanti tradition and custom. Asante for Mamren Bamanian. Oko West Indies University, WONTUMI no Franoa, the first time. Ofrawie, no pedia.
Waketi all kono, WONTUMI infant our friend uncle.
Debbie,
I say to Mamono.
Debbie, occupant of the Golden Stool. Occasion, I say to Mamono, into a bedi, Obeko, occasion a dia sancra. Mono diasa. No time no oba mu efrase no behu no ofra akobi joda no be ko bi branda ntoma na de ko joda no onfa nko branda na ne de ko branda no onfa nko ukuada na de ko ukuada no onfa nko yawoda na de ko yawoda no onfa nko fieda. That is the Ashanti tradition, that is the Ashanti costume. So when you hear people say Asante ya mania, enya ni kano ke emu do Asante ya mane. So me nya Asante ni no me ka na ya na ba na gene na ande bento bianto magene at a material time na oko baba do so ne Grenada no na kuntanase wahu ani kokofu baso ba ko oti region kuntanase ani kokofu ba ko oti region na oti urawura be kwako ohene kwako okosu akire ni nkrofo. So kuntanase and kokofu should be present. Ti asem ni yo wahu babia urawura wo oti region.
Yeah.
So at the very day now, Asante for enter a cantan crunchinum ne Dwaben hene ene bompata hene no mo Grenada ne Barbados no. Na Asante ahemfo no so binum so wo wrawra. Samre na Asante ahemfo no so bi so ba the President Mahama Shia bebe nkokon project. This is one traditional setup. So you talk about, and you know, it is their achievement. Aya woman na woman achieve na mitri ha and me estolo. So that is the history. Now, Mami Sama Bionya Sabadi Emran Bebrino. Are you for Bayer Oma Fashe 29th? Jura in the Western region.
Okay.
Yeah. Oma Fashe 29th November. And it's a young festival.
Yeah.
And they are also talking about some Bayer and so if we Jura. One more traditional contest in the Bamianko. And if you read well mama Jiri say Jura ene mpoho ene insign for nyina no womo ya hanta. This is what Wellman is saying. Enya me na America, enya me Obiri Boahen na America. Me mfa me ho nhye abakosem nu sa. But the Bamianko people, the insane and the mpoho, I say Dabi yanya hanta for as to who near when I can no creno men family home courum Oram Pachotimas here. And the same time I for so by no 22nd Sashi Anyaso
Yeah.
But so bad, my friend Elio Festival.
Elio, yeah.
Sexual Elio Festival. Now, remember, also, they're the only group of people about Kuma, Akonyano, Eyensia, the Sashi, and yes, people are the only people are Mabakuma Hina Konyano, Eyensia. Anytime Sashi, Paramount student be vacant, no. As a sense, you move back on a man. In short, to say, Sawonya Abakuma, Hene, and now for Abakuma Bushianumua, in Sianumua, WONTUMI ni Sashi, and Yaso, Mandari. What is it? The Gomba for? The Gomba for no, Unya Hene or Mio, Karaga, and Asavlugua. WONTUMI Mayana. Under no circumstances for the past about 600 or 700 years ago. No.
Karaga
Mio Savlugu. One year ewo ho a yentimi empalo mpejauma omeye yana. So at any point in time bia no so we are hene wo Savlugu, we are hene wo Karaga, we are hene wo Mio. Ekere se opportunity bar
between Yana
pa, and that will be contingent upon Yana not so Yandani Nidia. Miss Askins we are cano, we are Budu Nidia, near now chance no
hi
sir. So the Anyazo for no, they could tell them could tell that in fact Gonja for the other day accord. Gonja for the accord 1930 accord. It is a no Okahubia within the 5 gates, you know, dear. Also, so dear Ubetima by Yabonra.
Right. 32 after 7. WONTUMI TV Sunni. This is the state of Ghana. Lawyer Nana Obiri Boahen. The helicopter crash reports.
I don't want to. I am in time person. I didn't see. From Swadiaba. But yes, I did see. From Swaba.
An announcement of the purchase of a presidential jet and two more or 3 more helicopters.
You see,
the report maybe I'm you see, come on, I don't know. Enkodu pempen so a nukredie people in public offices ebe hunu se wanye honest o kan so no nim so wo ditura se daachi bi ne totia asotwe bi o ho na say because we were told by most of the government officials they say 1 helicopter no nanado and the toy 2 ye manufacture 1979 na chese atetia pansama ya package we bikura ene ye koto de beje ya boden 3 obi kwambo se eja tomu ewo wiem na eye deliberate say I think what I do was a member of parliament too ene ka say na ye investigate soldier for because as a woman ne MPP abai na akwa pam se pesa sa de manisi now it is coming say helicopter no kra no MZM manufactured in 2012 na 2015 and the NDC are buying an it has nothing to do with Nana Akufo-Addo. Obia can say we have fun with you.
Yeah, you see, look. Mekase se Michelle Yankopono mekache ne sempanacho opeso bua matenya oba mimisa na sembanko. Say netie ben no de ye ni patuntumfo binu. Ada ni patuntum in general netie ben. And you know, alu prayer semi say MPP time. No am ka so moka ko tell pra. Kamiji say NDC for ben site ya soldier for say o niku entu MPP abane. Alu prayer semi. Now alu pray no one samoa eba ye okuja to abla kwa I think the late Manebo
Manebo philosopher Super
Sam George,
Professor Jampo, Martin Pegbu,
you know,
Franklin Kujo.
Certain I'm gonna say I've given up. Me, I have given up.
Bia MC MPPD Echiwadie bi aka sanko for no.
Dabi that
because
is,
they hate
that. No, that is the CPP, the young pioneer lifestyle, and that is the politics in Africa. That politics in Africa, the intellectuals in Africa, no. They say ditro, chatro, kansem, sabi kam kwasiasem. Ditro, chatro, kansem, sabi kam kwasiasem.
Nefanya to me.
Now can kwasiasem no so a nipa bi bete wase. That is what is happening in Africa. A lot of people are yearning for say kwasi broni timba no be di so bra. Today tie nsem na wo mo kekan ye no ene hwe
John Mahama is telling the Hajj board registration they should do the
digitization.
John Mahama digitization.
John Mahama digitization. Anunkwampo. Let's be very honest and say mama obi o hwame obi o tie mi bia on ka nokre pa yamfa bibia anto nkyene na yenti some people time no na nka omo recruitment na nipa ensien ewuye nka dia na si krom akaba na nka agba na waye rasta no mo friend on dia
or the simple
Raf and his people. Me catch you sanka wobo be enko for su kwache vigil that night.
Yeah.
It will pose serious threat of security. So one way you nanka MPP time anka just dan no omo impose curfew. Now impose curfew, people will defy that curfew. And that may be the end of the MPP government that day. Me na me catch you. Abatre babia Ghana ha nyina babia incident ni bi sia me se Ewurade Nyankopon eduru babia ebia MPP lusu yi eduru babia ebia nan ayo because asem we see we forsu kwache with
Franklin
Kujo
Jampo Martin Pegbu
and Rampam and Rafno
Sam George.
When the man who was even vetted, first question was say common sense. And one should say
yes.
The first was say common sense. Naturally say common sense. He was being vetted. Or the common sense. No boy be that. Look, I've given up.
A member of parliament. That's what I make. I say parliament. Say they are destined to die. Say a member
of the new patriotic party. Na aya northern now, aya south now, aya east now, aya west now. New patriotic party ni bi. Ena nka MPP wa power. Ena nka maamene ko kan sa asem no a. Nka me ka be kiro say there will be upheaval in Ghana that very day. Ni do nyame hatasoro.
And I was so disappointed that the speaker
this is Ghana for you. Ghana nunye. Kurobehu, bahabehu, na nyomi aso bete de kankan. Hwete MP gina ho. Na otene brofu tobni ne brofu fun bi ni say. Wiase presidency nyina be hia ho. Na wiase presidency nyina be den ba be hia ho. And this is a member of parliament too. Honorable. No, you see, I've given up. Because I be on what
a member of parliament has lied to the whole nation
anya no kra hwe ho so security won some
yes
and mama mi won ko bon wo Ablekumanov
nyame nko a
ngom kun kra
and they came to justify it
and abusu
the regional minister, Greater Accra regional minister.
They justified it.
So she deserves it because
look, I have given up on Ghana. Me Obiri Boahen have given up because me trase ka hwe ne economy na ma pagamensa mabama buawi. And you know, when you find this unfolding drama as if Fakota in the aegis clearance of the National Cathedral. And this lawyer and the Supreme Court. And this lawyer no the Supreme Court. And the AG response no. Because we be our parliamentary approval.
And they be
parliamentary approval.
So
that one, if remember the say, whether parliamentary approval, whether no parliamentary approval, whether NDC or betwaso, whether NDC on twaso, me position is say, now fa
on money sika
enkoye. But that's been my position, and I know I shouldn't better my position. I know I my position. Mensa sama. Anunti ena ma meka say me de me na ne meka no abawum but na
the
NDC activist Captain Smith no okay on your TV about the cathedral and you know nobody is being apologetic I will say that he Johnny's bite okay, Johnny's bite. Then I think City FM so boy be on or can I wanna ten.
You know Caleb.
Abesonwa. Look, Ghana pa baby a yadruni. Amanyo 70. Na sana seba. Sani amanyosem MPP mu amanyosem ti binim ka nokore binim hu nokore binim hu papa no sana amanyosem sunti we are doomed.
So 6 died.
So me mamu yako
in search of,
but the discretion was not well exercised. To say na mo kan na nkamo ye no mutimi ye no this we beba we no beba district regional. I know the time has come. Make I say in 2013 I made this suggestion because Germany and I mean obedient command or catch them say or more soldier for no any police for no yama ko school no tisania wa wie SHS no obeso ko degree no ko school no
we ya
teacher what school no
and you are having a training
and this idea ye training bosumi nsia bosumi nwotwe afi baako no obaye no benfie na mfie no etiminya sanfo na se oh say adepa anti since 2013 no makase enya se na ye be ye se momra eda amfa baby awiase aduri because Ghana no kra no ye be ye no tertiary we have some selected schools to be eti wamo SHS no na omo no ye ma omo conditions no nti oya nti okwa school no obeba be soldier obeba be police prison officer customs na wanya sufficient time mfie num anya ne okwa training no bosumi nsia okwa na simfosu bosumi nsia okwa no poalungu bosumi nsia immigration yo custom yo okono nakakravi na nyansa benu nyansa pa benu incident bi asi wo Nigeria ye ka professionalism so when hu Nigeria incident bi akovara pa FCT Abuja Nigeria una we governor ho you are appointed by the president ana why no no ye PDP ni but oboa Tinubu because oji state bi abato no ma Tinubu na Tinubu ye no governor ana wo monam I think so Ghana ministers no so mu ya mu nsua bibi mfirim ana okoye ohene ba okoye na okakire a 3-star navy officer no okakire so person okowura baby oye no any some sit down no see oh I'm following instructions from my superior officers yerima I get all over Africa oh. So yeah, the term be me read the avid reader. I get all over Africa, all over the world. Then work catch us a wound say mena me you know no see o minim no see o why na suma or no see o mean disclosure but I am on instructions and the governor no also that from say soldier panyini baako no na kasa no the man a person boss show no kasa na governor the man and you know the boy exhibited professionalism on any penny no kura kasa for na ni sashe no bottom si no wayi no ni penny na kasa no wiye and then we can say na alata for shut up or say I won't shut up or say you are fool no jina ho. And what happened in Nigeria this week must be a lesson for all Abayin Payinfo no. Ghana humaso no adonso. Ghana humaso no. MPP time o, NDC time o. Ghana humaso no adonso. Obati yesi regional minister bi, and a minister for way, or call Ramsia site, Yakobu Dai. Ramsia site no see a forest for there. Ramsia site no, a forest for there. So what we want forest for asaba, we must dan. A regional minister wasem. A minister for interior wasem. A minister for national security wasem. I did a case be what Kumasi ham. His Lordship Justice Richardson, Lands Commission Coy. So man order no mko bubu kiosk ni nyama on government land. No, o man na wa mko bubu ya da nyame hia boa no bubu nsase ne nya kiosk no. What do you see? A Lands Commission kotono ma amanfo. Me do nyame. Lands Commission kotono ma amanfo. O tin wo mo bubu wi ya no. Ana wo mo asase ne ya wo mo dia no. Wo mo be fa me. Ana me call high court. Now me call file motion. And I succeeded. I won the case. Now Lands Commissioner book kiosk ni structures more than 500.
No
matuntona ma manfo ebine sofo line o matuntona ma manfo ebine asoja for
sofo line terminal na ho no
terminal ho na terminal nka baby a jenefo no won
okay
baby ni asoja for park ye wo hayi
ai baby na kotoko ye training
o mu ye training ho nyina be bubu na na bako bubu akoka su ya bo senate baby ari batunton Lands Commissioner tonton ni nyina country bani the indiscipline and the lawlessness is too much. But I had to go to court, file a process, serve the Lands Commission.
And then you won.
And I won.
6 dead recruitment exercise. And families, no, can they take the government?
Yeah, they can. Sir, he didn't exercise discretion well.
Court.
Yeah,
they will have a good case.
They have a good case. So when Granite Zanka woke up, man, I can say, but Naman paying for Nama, Yako Ramsia site, Yakubu Buddha, Yakwa Achimota Forest, no, a Scooby Dia, a Hinibinum Dia, Yabaha, Yababu Bugunu. Or Matun Ton Sassini, Lands Commission Fatun Ton Sassinia. Hey, Jenna for Hona Wokano. Jenna for no. Memo Abako Semipa. In 2017, I went to the High Court and I make a injunction. Injunction in 2017. No. Defendants in the injunction effective or bantam heneka ho. Yeah, I had that injunction. Me Obiri. The defendants in bantam heneka ho. Lands Commission ka ho. Jennifer ka ho. Veterans ka ho. 2017. No me injunction over so line. Good. Then in 2020, Nankrofo bi show hagene. Eti because me koye join that. ebeche so I issue the fresh writ. Now mama saman 2020 no kwada so municipal assembly no ka ho. And my clients in the crown no money ni say metime na MPP no was no whether no was someone kwada so nam se munya masem no. I'm a professional lawyer. Na me saman kwada so municipal assembly. And I'm saman Jennifer no. And a case in pende. In 2023 in 2017 Lands Commission was a party. My 7 with the order of injunction. 2020 no so no Lands Commission ka home. 2023 November Lands Commission a lease. Ede baby Jennifer no no or the akwa koma kwada so station bi o. Ada koma kwada so municipal assembly. Me try na me ka say ya. Ese bu say Obiri Boahen bibi ha me. Because me no kura kani. Kwada so municipal assembly. Samra na your friend boat.
Yeah. Richmond.
Police in November 2023 at the time of 2017 manya injunction.
Our court.
Kwada so municipal assembly. Masamano. Our court. Onion Jennifer so Masamano woman. Our court. Now when I have some politics here. There be a some MPP for Benfa. Bentia Kasa. Bentia Futu. Jennifer no dawson. Ben be yire ne be man be busia for Jennifer na wa ha no. Wo mo branch wo Jenne wo nkan yo agogoloshi. Be wo Jenne ba bi bebre. MPP time. Utim say lease na be konya en fraudulent. Kwada so municipal assembly lease no fraudulent no. Ana o mo fa prosifo ne sojafo ekopam wo.
And you expect them to come and vote.
Me platform Ashanti regional minister. Any board to me they should call in. Send your make and boa. And do you think the MPP is going to win? Okay, so I'm for better Obama MPP. Woman, no more soldier for a coy, and your proceed for a coy. Now, soldier for no proceed for Kramosomokono. Krata bank, Mamma de Krata, and I say, a Krata, say a cockle munina. This country is sick. And then this person and Manuel, a bayare, MPP person, a yare, and this person, a yare. The country is sick. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So that is the problem we are going through. So Nigeria near Beman, naval officer, Onya daji kachira go na Nigeria asemasi o amanfo esere governor no sa. Professionalism. DC bi no de akire, regional minister bi no de akire, MC bi no de akire, minister bi no de akire. Ya Bakla lands no nyina wi akire be hunu ba twitwa tontolo. In collusion with officials of the Lands Commission. It's a common phenomenon in this country, Ghana. Because MPPO, NDCO, Bampa Info, one way beneficial, Basubanabi, on your assassin be told $2,000. No, I quite told $150,000. What kind of country are you going through? I don't know, Bonnet, so 241 no rock one for Betiso.
Agametinsia na no ngotwabo wontumi TV so nie yenhwe said the 2026 budget no ebetima healy some of the sickness yewo ewo mamu ana
Ghana is sick, Africa is sick again all them agenda 111 as they make provisions for about 10 or 10 million. So agenda 111 it means that woman making monetary provisions for it, but agenda 111 for sure also
they are saying nurses, teachers should forget about next year. They can't recruit them.
And yet they have woman set aside some TFE.
Yeah, TFE. Is it 300,000 or 30,000?
A TFE
toilet.
TFE. And now we are baby we are see a dream.
I was buying a CC.
Me say African intellectuals, African politicians there. We can claim no cracafon name ya one the whole Africa. Utie. Na muntaka so yetu. At the say
Mubarak.
Muntaka Mubarak. me too. As a penny pa bear baumia. No crack for no. A penny bear baumia, na me na muntaka. Na one so crab you not me to Minyano.
No from income.
Oh, my own many yes. And now I surgeon in what naval officer or Nigeria no. Me would Nigeria on over home. We are through Africa, Pabination bedroom. No, how do you 2025? Sabansi me yisika mako CTF. Nanti minister no on African intellectuals. Oh yeah, bebe wiye sika na di nuntie o. Be pesika na wiye dia. Ora abanso akwa control kuro from market so. Sika die, sika wiya krono bo. Sika die, sika wiya krono bo. African intellectuals, African politicians. No acquire budget we. Look, sika die, sika wiya krono bo. Eye done 2025 o se me yanko konketenkete project. Does it make sense? With due respect, if you come mental home
and then you will see professors
extolling that
public
project.
Policy, professors
extolling that policy,
public administration,
extolling that
doctors,
policy,
praising and singing, applauding to this policy. So in this time of age,
already Yankopon. Yankopon the crown of the begu family. No, because private investments is going on. We share one district, one factory.
And so also a chamu.
Oh, also a chum.
What chat anymore?
Adam Kukonk.
Now,
man penning to one for you, man penning ferry. Now, Abba, something which KMA boss ought to have done this. And there's no basis for Nkukonk project. For sikano koto bangi bi na bangi no amount for apply woma bibi wo mu nsem na opese ya nya nkokopo me kan MPP time me betena ha kan MPP time so Dr. Kote sikana mudi ye wei mu ya planting for food and jobs no maybe one na for bi no okodo man poultry farmers bi elder na ampofo no wo beti ba produce wo metimi I produce nkoko ababes na watara MPP
lasa watara
MPP doma central also MC me say sani pa we ampofo watara na elder 1 million chickens on betimi 1 million nipa miensa oh 1 million say o ko mo poultry kan o mi na nkoko o be na buy around 2 or 3 million now. President Mahama move for invitations to say no ma was meeting. Me say hey Auntie Mahama auntie ye kodi ni send him say si pro. So look mama chobi nansam Mr. Meka. So wafa subri subinso wahu subinso na okobranam wahu obedu ni longlo obedu carpenter obedu bamboy obedu carpenter from carpenter no to President Mahama Krumbole no asase dabenkum asase denifa from Bole to Sola asase dabenkum asase denifa from Sola to Kalba to na asase dabenkum asase denifa now yansane mefa tamale kwani so wahu from Tamale Abu Bebre. Now, say abana ni abrena so pesa o limit importation of frozen chicken. Ma fosikana ma bank. Ma bank no fa ma private investor no. As loan to say one district, one factory.
And as mom already got there in the poultry farming.
O dey say o pesa ho no, o pesa sasen be gu ho. No pesa nipa no bebrebe free so ho. Abaha. From Tamale to Mion, as I said on that hole. Now, conditions in the other obey your poultry.
Yeah,
poultry, you see, will be no more one babu barman. Now, Hona Bocacoyeno, Hona Befani Pano, Hona Bayer Jumano. Make a bibiase. na wo de akokɔ nketenkete experience me manya no oye MPP communicator constituency communicator obebi sha akɔ nketenkete na what you nkasa one money bio some of them no they don't care o man akokɔ nketenkete no du ana du no any da hwere akokɔ na de akobi o de mamse no de age
o run a portrait fan age me will be on to
masa and man panyini mu babi a waduri
na be lancha diwi
akokɔ nkete when a young man in Burkina Faso kwhwe the exploits a oye no President Mahama nti aya wo wire ho aya wo mfere ana mo de mo nkane ne ekoso no mo sabi kafra cho mo behave like Museveni akwa na to Uganda to Uganda so Indian Ocean ye ne dia to Uganda unja so Indian Ocean ye ne dia Museveni
you worry
no, I mean look ya kachi
so you think the 2026 budget it offered you no hope
no.
And the Ghanaians should not be too expectant.
Because the system may cost you capital driven
toilet facilities. New Kumasi Accra Expressway.
It also makes it. It's also.
And also so
I will be. If I'll be
24-hour economy.
24 hours.
4 billion. They say almost much 10 billion. Minim their excess no over the bay. And so I can say
4 billion. But also I'm about 10 million.
I'm about 10 billion. Nah,
I got 10 billion. I said 10 million. No, this is here 4 billion.
Oh, no, so here
4.1 billion.
10 million. And you know, a day na ebe to me.
Look, Ghana of look.
Women's Bank na 2025. Omucha 51 million. Say omode kwa kwasha no. What has happened?
I was on this Kabi Kochase.
The big push, almost 13 billion.
Send you, we are saying
30 billion.
Send you, we are saying, Nyan sending him dear. And no could a can cosmo. So what can I be brim has any Montana Moya at the same way politics and what? Uganda politics. Look, even in Kenya now, Rose and Kakumasin Krano, any leader in contemporary times worth his salt and for money seeker and Kaso de Koyakwano in contemporary politics. In Korea, in Malaysia,
in the 2024 budget, a manifesto of the MPP, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Ekanimu said about privatize a lot of these things. You rose, no, or the private agency be private company be why we are setting up tools also na etiaka government cars abide interview obe lease free a private person na ya abide here near rent near the so it was like nanko the private sector no na ebe run or can say schools no hospitals no abide government expenditure no e koso dakaka so the be ya ankran so benya adwuma ye no or the bema wo mu not mercy, no more my government. And you know, I think we have to revisit the manifesto, manifesto again.
Bawumiano Kasa or Kasa so be your current or Kasa so be a visionary leader. Uzam Kasa meme ne Bawumiano telepathy or one rhythm.
I agree.
What you say? Telepathy meme ne Bawumia one rhythm because ne Bawumia kan nyina na me makano dada. Ne Bawumia kan nyina na makano dada. Because me tell to quarantine bebre no you go to the bank of trainings you always see a private train. African leaders, African intellectuals, African politicians be pe kronu abo be pe sika wienti. But ye kwa wake up ye the 149 million na beko. Send our budget in more. African politicians birum so pe sika didi. On so all African games no host in Ghana no 240 something million. What but them? So the World Cup plus all African games no Ghana hit around 400 million US dollars. What but them? Sorry for my choice of words. And yes, it's not a music nipa. And you chrono bona mubo a man for chrono. Ade. Bonne ba na Ghana
to world a IMF seek for 3 billion.
3 billion.
Our trenches near the bro no. The first trench no crown.
Ultimate MPP time. MPP time. All African games
so I say yadwene nya adwuma ene e wo sika na
yadwene ya adwuma na Nyankopɔn no honhom na firi wo mo so. Ana Nyankopɔn honhom na firi wo mo so no, wo mo nkai da bi. Na wo mo de banku no nifa afom. Na wo mo bokro no, na wo mo awia, na wo mo lutu. So MPP NDC, some of the politics, that is what they are doing. Now then, MPP must say all African games, $240 something million. You are not talking about citizens. Dollars. Now the World Cup is showing this is so they become here. Then you are in the range of about $400 million US. Ah, now you got a new capital crown basis, Cassie. And then na me da china kwase bi no bekwa so ndanum Onyankopon no ya mompa ye mana ya kan di 4 shots ah nyasa be no
ah e ba sa wo mo bi
me twi an African intellectual no ya mompa no kra why ready so be bompa ye the African politician on why ready ah my brother shania koso all over Africa. All over Africa. Huh? What is happening in Mali? Jihadisi, take Nigeria. Donald Trump can say, Obabano, make sure video be anra. Helicopter the helicopter partner and left arms. Mom that could see northern part of Nigeria, no more de a tune, and a diana mobano. Omodi ama jihadism etechesa soja fonu binum enimnia ekoso and that explains why sounds Joe Biden time no person oko blast woman no why no man liki e de ama jihadism nti da on person ko na nkrofo na no mo time se nkrofo na da. What is happening? Nigeria ni ekoso with all the oil reserves. Now, so you never officer no, and what do you know, and kosher. And it tells you, say, look, in 2027, about to Nigeria. No. Oh, yes. Because in one win, you Cameroon, 1 minute.
About 2 years ahead of us.
1 minute in Africa now. So, consider what is happening. Oh, you don't have a visionary leader. Say, we vision, perhaps in contemporary time, perhaps the only person I'm a single man, meaning any Burkina Faso. Because making Kenya and Burkina Faso fine, Niger fine, Mali fine, Guinea fine. No, one more I'm a single, one more say one more year. Because I'm better than President Mahama, I dear partner, jam. No way, dear. Look what is happening to President Mahama. The level of insecurity, the impatience and intolerance. Na obia the kase mona nanom na ma yetu kwame nkonoma.
Mysterious death, road accident, armed robbery attacks,
people
fire outbreaks.
Just the panfang. So what is happening in the Bokui? Yaba. Nenechina ya bibia be. And you are in power. So what is happening in Boko? Look at this. So say nanadro se baumio nanko biko cancer and some way Boko. And yet President Mahama ko Boko ko cancer assembly. Na onya apologetic.
Come mommy into so baby.
Oh betiti. Oh beto so boy into so boy nyasa na ese nipa behave. I'm not President Mahama ko cancer assembly me cancer oni so cancer binim didi matem. Daydreamers, wamu didi matem. And ayara gatin kan ya o dwanan say majority leader majority o tim kono mpasi aso. Look at what is happening. The indiscipline and the intolerance going on in this country. And no one to say some George Pacha one answer. Could you talk black Davy?
See to Obama, dear parent train 4 years and so.
No, but the point is that young train. It's how she shot the knee. It's so shot the knee. Now, buying by you, abandoning by ink and I quite abandon. Abba!
So we abandon the existing one, air cushion. We are started a new one. Kumasi,
I Minister be Obesano, Obenyan, Socolafia. The top up, Socolafia, top up, Socolafia, top up. This is what African intellectuals are interested in. Socolafia, top up.
Adia bako de boy trisu aye sa toilet ya yes Ghana first toilet no bako e wo KCC school south ya ye besire ye ntime mi ano
sa Ghana first de no sa Ghana first de o wi na nya ban no na
private Franklin
akule madam for no
okay ono na a private person ade and ono no ko the assemblies no.
And it was a very good idea.
You see, and no
Franklin no cry and Sana or Bayano. This is Ibn Gijin.
Oh, baby, Kumasi Hamid, baby.
This is MCs in Baby,
regional ministers in Baby,
regional ministers in Adidim.
Entientman Quanquari.
No, but
Uncle Cran now, no. Shen why no nya so mfa so no acquisition aban there wusu be si toilet nkwa
30,000 does it make sense at this era? Does it make sense this era? This
if you be near see ayinim say be anka public places be a transport station
places
private so the private person you should do it
VIP for by odubunso a
omo de
gunso ho
yeah
otra bunso so ba wani kakra bi onse wani mo so omo obi wo ho am for guso ye bebre. So why should a visionary leader, a responsible and a reasonable minister, a responsible and a visionary leader present time now you want me ye tiafi ye na akukon kitenkete kura oka in Belgium many about my portfolio every single day be about 100,000 every single day and they have organized it say 100,000 no ebi baba santi every single day so on be
200 no mu produce
this is what George no madwuma ono ye no creel because broni die baby broni wo de now net 2020 we be etiafi ye be adwunsobuo ye besisi ya kwana abane beye previous experience ni nyina sika die sika wi akro no bo David we was something sam si David nyankopon nya hane na senka de mba nso so wa mamya bewura ha opesa me meka ho nsampa no meka nsampa no enti wo hwe manfo nkra ya be kwa yi bebre ni adwuma ye yesi bi nkra kuta degree
ya bebre
and so no call no SHS. Are you not worried? Are you not scared? Say nipa about 65,000.
A year 110,000. 65 near omo qualify. Almost there's about 50,000 omo apply, but omo qualify.
So if you are a visionary leader, if you are a responsible leader, you are a forward-looking leader, you are a sincere and honest leader, you must even be alarmed. Mama ne maya ba apply can 110 soldier na police na prison na fire service na migration no amami gidie wo nyankopɔ mu kura no African intellectuals and African politicians me ya kura no me gidie no wo mo kafa nyankopɔ ho no me gidi se dabi there are some question marks now because bibia mfakwani ano nam tise say MPP time no more rent adani bebre for Ministry of Foreign Affairs for ambassadors and high commissioners aden It is over years gone by and Nanka yet to Adanibia. Why? And so they think that the ordinary Ghanaian no so Kwasia so Jiminia so Yanko Yamu Amunko Yansis Romunko Yamu Kamben Faso Yamoba Ponko. So MPP time the same, NDC time the same. Now what name say? At least. Hey, so me try make us me MPP nende MPP ni na MPP ni ameyano MPP for the 100%. Men kasa auto because the issues I'm raising them today no issues that I'm raising in them MPP time me raise those issues.
And so
up to now President Kofona started Buankra in Lamport. Nasa Mahama ne must be manya MPP by and what in Lamport Gamunwe in Lamport. Some people are very serious on this in Lamport. Akamunwe. Na train kra MPP ATS train ko himfa. Train e ko himfa. It doesn't make sense. No be Accra na Okoba road to Paga or Boko or to Sampa or to Elubwa. No much she quote to me a meeting. In
the last 2 weeks, I call Elubu twice.
Oh faka.
Nana. Elubu they saw the car beko. Nana. So Nana.
So from Kumasi to
the Kwai to Asanko, and then from Enche to Elubu.
Ghana.
It is terrible.
Ghana. Banka udru Elubu nanka ura Ivorians on the side so they are mukwa kama. You can't understand. Sha uko gonokrum. Cote d'Ivoire fana ya mukwa no sa atra border no kra banim ababe boagana kakra. You see the difference. And you know, up to now, President Mahama, na me nimsha President Mahama ba now no, enka yatima ya system DCMCs, yabato wo so aba. Dabi emasa. Anya no ne odwene ho. Nti ni MPP for no ntimi anya no onso sa. Eti oni on president bia pa ne say, ono na aba appoint DC. Nti na me classmate ba, na madam funua, na mo what kind of system are we operating in Africa? What kind of system? Now, me can say, when even MPs have gone to the president, the president, finance minister, or boyaka, Nasasano. It took the president about 1 year. It took the president about 1 year. Now you acquire an answer, you buy. You acquire an answer, you buy. Now, President Bisubo Akukonke Tenkete. Abba!
No criticize the digitalization says yen grafodi nya ye dokuna near pakushita. We are good to go.
Digitalization here and I say digitalization. That is Africa for you. We need to sit down and think say near for African. I don't know there's something wrong.
And why have we failed as a party to speak about these things? The things, yes, ebi owa edifo eno mu kan wasem edinya power. Ebi owa na yenifo. But look as if say we have given them too much space to operate. The NDC enjoying too much peace.
Bedinu nipa no dibi. Bedinu be dibi.
No mom di anu munga say.
Anaso no wadi aye. Ye ni party headquarters na omka say omo be ye Asamoah director of communication. Me say no, mo fa ma adoma ko ba fi. Ba mfi me. Na no pesa adoma ko ba fi na mekasa. O pesa adoma ko ba fi na mekasa. Ana ga say ni paro je ni munyansa. When you have a situation DCs, MCs were complaining, Konya Kra Bewe, Amabe Kwana Manka, or Mayan Woho, Naja, or Mujama party loyalists, Bidumay and Anameboa. Yeah, Yan and crying. And the whole Damboche complained. The whole Minister for Local Government wrote a letter complaint.
Yeah, they come on fan, but is a young Kunya and credible with Yate.
Now, no business, I don't know. My better Hanama bought NDC Abaso said. common fund sika no be man ko dem me mo ndisi baba so say because the MPP time no nkonya a Wellington boot fertilizer na be atiti free so
me say me constituency my municipal
abuakwa
nkawie
nkawie
abuakwa
so ho de wura wo ho nti baba yafu
nkawie
baba yafu na brakwa da so ha
wo nkawie office na enya ahwiu MCE ewo honom a na obi frɛ no say yamano contract say o missy a new administration block what would him carry as administration block no it is like the just said the new assembly secretary here and now the CC administration block almost the same thing
come on
your friend say o missy a new administration block contract ni say style bell OC just onimu way the person called on Thursday Monday or Semeba yeah, be cut sword. Only he called and then it is from the common fund administrator. Or Kadiobeke be a momenti. Enti baby crano society adieno contain a CCO and a structures also no. Also you should Thursday no to Monday na no pano ebu bring na yi be free one near the day.
Wanyesha bebe inedi.
Yeah, he was threatened by the common fund administrator. Oyi ni na ewie ya container si omo e dey ayo mo store opeja kosi baby ni ade no se nne na papa ne beba menim
ebiri mu ya campaign say common fund say
and that same person enam say aye Dr. Boahen na lusi ya and it is sometimes one so one wow obi di obi atem
na the same person na omo di abete we free Dr. Boahen camp no free Dr. Boahen camp.
Me say enne nana
ne
ye MMDC
anka
former
esenka wo de praye pra share enti we no Boahen and we free Boahen camp. Okay,
and these people will have the courage go out and say
Boahen amayanwene
once you know what you did
national NDC wo matuam prem common fund number 3 ka so NDC ayadia obi fana ka say elaya na so taka bi ma
and to anybody who thinks na ya aban na emphasis kan nko na nyesa na tie o
me say
the common finance can you release na she decide what to do na the ho na say ato volunteer mood
na ka dambotwe
e dey don't tia free common fund for
dambotwe a whole minister wrote and protested tam every time what is dambotwe kasa bio
no.
And then nipa no wa free Boahen I never say Boahen camp no good riddance moko one man can be out wa free Boahen camp no good riddance ko
you to abani we are party na your campaign be yebi
power and Boahen is going to win wabre party at sabi bibima di nsem hunu na ya lusu ase na Boahen na ma ya lusu ana ni krom kra o man to ama no ana doesn't make sense huh mo na mo twitwa manfo nantirim doesn't make sense. Boahen on the atter we aba we were free Boahen kanem we and no bia but for goodness sake there are some characters be said no mo da so be di Boahen chikura dia nka o hwaye mu kura binum ye be free Boahen ho there are some characters be
kakana akwana kromonko
fewer the merrier that's it fewer the merrier ayabre me ka Boahen ma me fa nwura mu binum na ma be ka say minority no hwa wonim ohene ba
na bi hwan kana de Japan na nam no oka
da me mo bia
me da be boni din because na obi nim se wunsu asem umfere asem o ka no kure
o me ka no kure
eti nasem ne ka ono na nam no say akanfo nkoto aba ema minority group in the MPP which is very very unfortunate. I'm so disappointed.
Anya unfortunate cry. Historically this is
your campaign come on.
Historically this is a distorted position. distorted position. My maintenance ye. 1954 no April 1954 no Northern People's Party. And in September 1954 no NLM. And by 1957 no na a necessary parties no ebe kambum. By 1956 elections no none of national seats no more. I think about 13 or 14 or 15. Na Kofi Buzia no and Congress Party no more wine. Kofi Buzia. Now, womo ba ye no wo ha 13th October 1957 no. Ni aba ye ne se womo no nyina womo na omkuta majority seats so. Siremfo na omkuta majority seats. Siremfo no agi tomu se Kofi Buzia beje.
So at that time no be majority.
Yes. About 14 or 15 seats. Sam Ranson Brown for my because Brown for no by April 1959. And today Bruno is in your friend at Western Ashanti. Bedema Buzia. Bedema Buziano. Buzia so Antiana. Na manfo kakra point in time no Buzia Jan ho ekwa because no through after the passage of PDA in 1958. Dombo Abaumia papa and say na
NLM no ekabo mo e ma ye majority
ama wo mo na di majority no kura bra
de bra ye
sadness no
e kan ye one no
and no because Baumia's father was the secretary to the Nayiri. Na just say kusasi conflict no secretary krachi ni lawyer ni kase pressure baba no so say onokura na Nayiri odium. So pressure was mounted on Nayiri. And pressure was mounted on Baumia's father. So one cross wa. And say yen develop mo ho. So Baumia's father was forced by circumstances to cross carpet. Unlike Paul Afoko's father,
not to satisfy himself,
but
to satisfy the majority
people. And Paul Afoko the papa voluntarily. Yes, CPP for no. Senior can. There be no man nkosa. So Paul Afoko's father voluntarily. Also he did well because Paul Afoko papa said. No on CPP ticket too.
Oh, sir.
Now see a CPP ya campaign and some money ya cano. So he also crossed to the UP. Now that was the first incident. Sirim Fono ade ayinuna MISA. Then later the 1966 coup no by Buzia Krakoy. So when Buzia came, now I'm about by a National Commission on something to give him the opportunity to go around. What me fancy to send Nankabekan NCC.
Yeah.
And a dombo numa ni jatoka lio numa ni sike tadam no. Ati asiyama NLC for no say. Modie ye basa ye be ye political party da achia. Kofi Buzia ne be ye leader. Enti position na mo create no. Kofi Buzia. That was 67 muonum. Some you advantage to go around the whole country. And sana Mobeka say ya left banner or Mobati Progress Party. No Buzia ko Ghana have a bibia ma for ahunu Buzia. And so we sacrifice a northern Senademai.
Yeah.
Mpacha wuti ye. Now in 1979 because both the PFP and the UNC who say Northerners and Abo more than a pano. PFP equine running made from Dagumba. UNC equine running made from Dagumba. PFP ekofa Dagumba ni. UNC kofa Dagumba ni in appreciation of the contributions of the Northerners. And they maintain the Dagati. And they maintain the Wala, the Sisala, the Frafra. You know, and Kasina, and Nankana. Kasina is different from Nankana. Frafra, Kasina, Nankana. No, I'm going to see Ketadam. eti no mo tentacles no wo soro dambuzi amon ana ewo mu a we so eba se na eba se no. Now in 1998 once again there beto aba no atekum kofo na sremni wo mo na sremni wo Malik Yakubu
Malik
sremni wo anso ada na ho no mo akisu sremfo no anso beto ma atekum kofo wo sinane.
They didn't choose their own. They thought Ajekum Kufuor was the right candidate.
Exactly.
And so they abandoned him.
They abandoned their own Malik Yakubu.
Abatuma J. Kufuor.
Going by the logic, a man for the nano, woman sign a words of reason. They should listen to words of reason.
So it is not like ene Baumia Jamuntro Musi Debi Baumia Yedi, and Yedi Opo, Yempo, or yo, or by William, my own my Yedi and Johnny Okotomano. There has been an instance. A
serious one. A serious one was in 2007 December.
Ali Mahama.
A certain vice president.
Just like the Baumia case.
Dr. Baumia. At Dagomba. Certain vice president at Dagomba. That was Dagomba and Intina Jakum Kofo Yino as the running mate.
And then
Antina man wa yo sending numu bufu. Good. In December 2007, wama ban wama nkase ye de siremfo.
Ti yakotoma Ali
Mahama. Minority for the yakotoma Ali Mahama. They didn't say that. But two man and Kufuor. Without official backings of Alan Martin. Without of Hodum Kasabe Yimidini Frimno. Yeah. But I'm home Bonobi.
So as someone say in 2007, now Ali Mahama, a vice president, sitting vice president,
and
a sitting vice president.
Exactly.
And now Alan Martin enjoyed the support of the
presidency.
And so not necessarily to a man now because they saw him as competent and ready to lead
the party.
Sir, Dr. Baumia, vice president, you know. Senyasa or you competent. None of them say before visa or bet me a lead partner when Yamaya and come on to man said to man.
Daddy,
tribalism, regional lines, ethnicity.
And yes, you'll be a minority or majority. If you know the history of the Dankwa Buzia tradition, going back from 1947, August 1947 to today, except you want to be mischievous, and come on, Kasasam. So I have massive support I enjoy in the Volta region, in the Mampusi, in the Kusasi, the Sisala, the Wala, the Gonja. Me support to Prami Obiri, me support to Power, sa regions in India, would you tini Volta no? Me come to say, me support to no massive say. I doubt if there's any an account speaking man, whether MPP or NDC, or enjoy massive support.
Maybe the better computer be WONTUMI.
Well, maybe Chama WONTUMI.
You know, when we went with Dr. Baumia 2023, the prime is no Osrohono.
Then you some keto. So the point is that please, no kasenti obi. Ayada na same mi dru yendia. Ayada na same mi dru jirapa. People rush Obiri Boahen ni. Jirapa. When I went to Laura, the paramount chief was not well. Obiri Boahen baha meba. When I went to Paga, the paragraphio, hey lawyer, they are sure kwana da umechiami. Lambrusi, a similar thing happened. So with due respect, don't try, people should not try to offend the sensibilities and the sentimentalities of people from other ethnic groups. And people know, Beniba to Baba, Nebeko to Baba, Ban Benim, the say, near Bosom no be Yamabe. So please, what they say, I'm not glad so we are sacred. What is our discussion about there? No, my mom for Buafu. Don't do that. Don't go that tangent. Go on with your message. Go on with your message. And I like the way I was saying, but me and Kokase, and I mean, you say, if I be cross about me about Munchare, we love Muyaba Munchare. Obia, you consider no in 2008. 17 years on chariot
for potentially becoming
vice president,
the occupant of the second highest office
on chariot. What some so when you have some car and so when you have some car, Mamma, well,
party dues
and chair are you for Accra House of Oak? Who said 1911? 11th November
1995. 1911
at 11 a.m. Accra House of Oak was born on 11th November 1911 at 11 a.m.
Mr. Akuka Enenegre Emma Nafisa Omo Yahima.
Oh yeah,
East constituency. They say a very good morning to you.
Oh, Michaba Pam Jibas.
Baba Amando is also with us. Sunyani is the Mebaho.
Baba
Doctor Nyame Befi. Baho.
Okay. Ono Frabisim.
Abisim. Good. Enti Iberum.
No. Minim so hunina na kra. O hunina na Dr. Jura. Mr. Jura, Befi.
Dr. Befi.
Mr. Jura.
Tell me about him.
Hey, one of the leading characters of the UP.
Mr. Jurano.
Yes.
Wow.
One of the leading characters. And in fact, in around 1970s, no about the leading poultry farmer in the whole of Bron.
Wow.
Yes.
Dr. Befi.
Yes. Sir, Neba Juliana Jura. Juliana Jura, Bane, Dr. Befi.
Okay.
Juliana Jura, Niniani said Jura. Va Jura, Nina, your papa.
Okay.
When you have seen 4 persons, sir, I could fit attachment here. Now, the portrait no abisim. In the sisters, no bias our portrait. So, Dr. Buffy, no papa yet. So, imagine Dr. Buffy coming to Sunyania. Now you are telling Dr. Buffy, sir, or your mono. Doesn't make sense.
See.
Doesn't make sense. Because we got in 1992, no, started MPPM organizer. No, me call Mr. Jura.
Mr. Jura no.
And that time, 1992, no, Mr. Jura Yemre. In 1992, no, Mr. Jura Yemre.
It was some party now.
Come and crop with you and Jura, or man, Chinibi. Jura. Hey, Nana Sabin, Upa was on Nana Sabin,
a William.
Upa Nana Sabin. That Mr. Jura may be older than Nana Sabin. And the entire nearby and tattoo Nana boy. No, Yanam Mr. Jura no smile.
All right.
What you say?
Okay, we will come to Sunyani East someday with Dr. Kwesi Nyame Befi. Payment dues.
No. We were more from her. Studio her. Dr. China. Nebeka I mean, wish I am a sorry. I am a sorry. Look, about Rane Hajia treasurer. I am sorry, say MPP at the end of Kitu Abu. MPP no, Mabia Bam Obia Matia Dish. Utia Dish Noa. Now could our card and Noa. Who qualifies our to a bunny biabi.
No.
That is all. Dr. Chana, MPP Mamunam, Justin called Yan Mamunam. Someone cannot crown my young Musrodia. MPP and Tiasia. Amma Obia can't remember Biano. Obetuabani bi. Some people for yes, sir. But so far, down 2028 will be year and this. But your system say, yeah, you when delegates are. Sikasam no free me. Me can be Biana so hinaba. My young man was so much making canny chat, meaning woman quachi, Miss Young Woman, me Yanokura Kani. Man people focus a look. Yeah, be a wapa bia. Now I'm to send Dr. China on and cannot scan your sense 20 cities. No need 20. No need 20 me boy.
Yeah.
But NPP can make it flat. 10 cities. 10 cities. You know, 10 cities a month. People like Ian and so per MPP card 10 cities a month.
Yeah.
10 cities a month. What you 10 cities a month na you to constituency aba over to be you to regional over to be you to national over to be abrochire from value prima. Now no matter say MPP abrochire for they were complaining about proxy.
And then Minya Oheniba Boache, he has put himself out to be the branch organizer of NPP UK branch. A petition the election management committee say almost set up polling centers. Ewo abrochiri diaspora no muntu aba no ho omu yo makoliti na beka Ghana ne he say omu betwa ticket in and out.
Sense a political party intellectual spy
and I think it's a wonderful proposal there.
And a wonderful proposal we crowd and the mo ye puli card bearer members am wo UK no nyina kronu bia no utua wia na ya percentage no abeto every card bearing member
they are paying £10 a month as monthly dues
and they are prepared to pay
and they pay. Maybe kwe makotu amede.
Darusa. Obia tia bi nanka ya beto abai. Obia mfiri US, mfiri Canada mra. Asisire na doso. Isa chichim na doso. Approach bona doso. Azana doso. Abikese enti bebrebe ya be during our time na me ka che Jombo adunum da bia. Bambia muya. Bia muya. We so ba ye bia muya kopin say ye free ho me free 2022 ya kan ka by now we are in 2025 Justin Kodua and come ya ma card bearing members mo dia mo ka say mo be ya sa ho na mo ko wi mo be hu ni bisi
well yanya ni anso so na easy thing for
mama ayi
Monday we will go to we will take the details of and the highlights of the 2026 budget, probably the next 2 weeks ahead of us, Yebedi home koma. Then we will just oppose it what they said in opposition. Say Omubeye vis-a-vis the manifesto Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia presented to us. Yebedi
Madam for Maxwell, Nano Bayan she PSG, so kai. Maxwell so the team ne Bayan.
Omoya de pe ma me bet to
Bayan. Oh Bayan de ni bobo. Bayan ni bobo. Bayan nte say ba mo dia no na ye mhu pa
ebei
bayan de ni bobo pa bayan de ni bobo na ayifo no de no na omo she PSG no na minstro PSG bia just that Barcelona na omo no enkeka we have similar matches at Barcelona aboyi and so say he ba wo huna Araju and Kunde no omo ba ni musa no na man Sevilla she omo ba for something say just Araju nim nyansa Kunde nim nyansa but no so nim ball hu nyansa enti ba dia ba ai ro man hwa mashere no hu wo man hwe ze no mashere no e bobo pika ni puskas no bobo wo man hwe Barcelona team ba ma na say wo mo hwe team bi 4-2 abaya 3-2 no mo hwe team no 4-2 I think Celta Vigo also I think at the 80th minute or so, Bobby, we are Barcelona defenders. Or my center line, no crowd. Already, all the defenders who. Nasa will be but watch that. Nasa Mbappe Numbia, Nasa Numbia. Anyway, the chair will be I
do also chow. I don't or a police station officer watching over just south.
Oh, Mitchell Sobinia Bar.
On also soon for when you are.
I am a Ghana, some no do be a night as a water to cross a copper food and be crowned Munkwana. Because yes, sir.
What by your side, why or will?
My
review now we great chakaka fashion machine mammy.
Because no, both from
MPP
and NBC. They are not looking forward to pay attention to the youth. How can you have nipa 100 and something thousand say you pay soldier? Now we are mampayina for security reasons. You can't say you not to say I could conquer it. I go pardon. Mammy saw him call him a can benka.
His name is lawyer Nana Obiri Boahen. Hey, na betino. No one na betia free ni honum. Next 15 minutes no yebedin komo easy pains and yebedin me Mary Ade ewo atonsu and pay a very good morning to you and Oba Adelaide Ade and Onana Kotela is he still in town and I say Oko Kotela good morning to you afi menchia me Nana Sabin owo hidiem one of the founding fathers and other members of the NPP. And then